So this is the chapter 10. Its name is Battle Against 3. So until now Ryoko was fighting Kitano and Kitano just didn't know what's happening with him. So there's this Katayama guy who enters the scene with two more guys trying to fight Ryoko, and this Katayama guy was holding a stick in his hand. So let's see what happens now. Ryoko still had Kitano under his side lock. Then this Katayama guy said, "Well, here you are fighting again. How was your opponent this time? Tough?" He just asked, and Ryoko left Kitano. And Kitano was thinking she finally let go. That really hurt. And then Ryoko said, "You are so annoying. Our fight should have been over back then." And Katayama said, "It's my nature to be annoying. My style is to keep fighting until I win." Kitano was looking at those two, that what these guys are talking. He's thinking, what's all this? I feel something perilous. I wonder if... Kitano was still thinking about the situation. Then this guy, Katayama, attacked Ryoko with a stick. Ryoko dodged it, and this guy attacked her again and again. So while he was attacking, she just disappeared from his eyes. So he's thinking where she went. And then those guys who came with Katayama said, "Katayama, she's below you." Katayama then see her. He was still in a position where he can't move. Then Ryoko gave him a blow from the downside to his chin, throw him backwards. All this was happening and Kitano was just looking at them. So this guy says, "Sweet shit, that was crazy. Aimed straight for my chin. If you got me full on, I wouldn't be able to stand up right now." So this guy got up again and he was fine. He got little damage, but he's still fine and in a mood to fight. And Kitano was thinking, what should I do? There's a fight happening and I don't know why. So Katayama said, "You really are strong, even though I was a little unprepared before too." So there is a tension in the situation and everybody was standing still. So those guys are trying to corner Ryoko. One guy just moved behind Ryoko and the other guy moved to the other side. And this Katayama guy started talking. "So tell me, when you learn martial arts, did they tell you about 3-on-1? Then all those three guys came at her at once. Ryoko knocked down one guy with his elbow and she tried to hit the second guy with her leg, but he dodged it, and this Katayama guy tried to hit her from the behind, and Ryoko was thinking, I can't do it, I can't handle them. And right then when Katayama was trying to hit Ryoko, Kitano came right in front of Katayama. He scared Katayama and Katayama got back thinking, who is this guy? And then Kitano started screaming. In this scream he was saying, "You must not fight. We are all human brothers and sisters. We must get along." This is what he was saying, but as we know, when he is screaming, nobody was able to understand him. So this Katayama guy got shocked, and while Ryoko got her chance, and she kicked the other guy and on his leg and knocked him down with an elbow. Katayama and Kisano started looking at them, but Ryoko already knocked two of those guys down on the ground. Katayama and Kitano looked at her, that she knocked a guy down. And while Kitano was turning around to look at Ryoko and trying to say that you must not fight, he hit this Katayama guy with his elbow. That was all an accident, but in actually he knocked that guy down. Katayama was still on the ground and Kitano was thinking, what did I do? Ryoko was looking at them. So Kitano moved towards him. "I'm sorry." And Katayama said, "Who the fuck are you? What do you think you are doing?" Kitano was not able to say anything, and Katayama think that, are you on that bitch side, then you are dead too. Now he think that Kitano and Ryoko are together, and that's why they're fighting him. Then Ryoko moved towards them saying, he has nothing to do with me. But you cannot beat him. Unlike you, the power of Hikaiku's guardian Kitano is the real thing. Kitano was thinking what she's talking about. So this Katayama guy heard about him before. So he said, "Oh, it's you. You are the one who beat Kojima from Hakun. Well, aren't this fun? I'll kill the both of you." Kitano was still surprised and Ryoko moved toward him. Ryoko said, "I can see it must be hard not to know your own strength. I'm sorry for saying this after you rescued me, but don't interfere." So when Katayama was trying to attack Ryoko, Kitano accidentally hit Katayama. So now Ryoko was thinking that Kitano rescued Ryoko from Katayama. And Kitano was still confused about all this, and Ryuko was getting ready fight to this guy. Katayama was thinking, up until now she's beaten me when I attacked her. This time I let her come to me. So Ryuko moved towards her and she tried to kick him. But when Ryuko was trying to kick Katayama, he moved his stick towards her leg. But Ryuko was so powerful that she breaks the stick in two, and Katayama got shocked from this. And after that, Ryuko kicked Katayama in the face and he knocked him down. Kitano was getting shocked that what she's doing, and those two guys who came with Katayama was getting up now. So Ryoko says, so you are finally awake. Sorry, the fight is finished already. So those two guys saw Katayama on the ground, and Ryoko told them, you should take him away now while you can still move, or you still feel like fighting. Those guys are bleeding and they don't wanna indulge in fight anymore. So they pick up Katayama and left from there. Kitano was thinking, I don't understand this. That girl sure is scary. She must be one of those guardians they talk about. And Ryuko was looking at Kitano. Ryuko asked him why. Why did you save me? Kitano was saying, well, you know, fighting hurts and all humans are brothers and sisters. Kitano was not able to say anything, he was just making up stuff. And this girl got shocked. I had thought that all delinquents were despicable and haughty, but you seem somewhat different. Kitano was still not saying anything as always. You probably saw those three surrounded me and saved me because it was a contradiction of martial arts. You are no normal hoodlum. You are a true martial artist with the heart of the way of the fist. So Ryoko now got all this respect for Kitano, and Kitano was still confused about the situation. While all this happening now, so now the Kurudo gang was coming towards them. Kurudo's team members was telling Kurudo, just forget about her, Kurudo. You can't beat her. This will only put the frosting on the cake of humiliation. Who said I was gonna fight her, dumbass? I figured it all out. I cannot truly fight the girl I love. Even though if I was serious, I would beat her without difficulty. But then she would be hurt. I cannot suppress the power once it's been unleashed. I don't want to hurt the person I love with all my heart. So Crudo brought an idea to give her a letter. This time I had decided to put my confession into writing. In other words, a love letter. Crudo's gang was still shocked that what happened to Crudo. So they said, wait a minute, are you serious? Of course I am. All my love towards her is sealed up inside this envelope. I have waited at this gate, but she wouldn't come out. She must be inside the school still. So Crudo was waiting for Ryoko outside the school so that he can give her a love letter. So they were trying to tell Crudo that forget about this love letter and love stuff. What will happen if she rejects you? Then when Crudo heard about rejection, he got all mad at them and they then tried to reject it. I mean, not that you would be rejected, but just in general. No, no, not that. Look over there. So they started looking over there and so they saw Kitano and Ryuko together. Now this is getting serious. So they're still peeping on them. Kitano saw and that girl. So they were talking. That girl really did it to Kitano this time. He'll show that bratty little bitch not to. They were talking that Kitano gonna beat that girl. Then Kurudo got mad that why they are talking about his girl. So he beat them up. What are you doing, Kurudo? Then Kurudo said, how can you guys be so exultant at a serious time like this? Then they said, what's so bad about it? It will be good for that girl to feel a little pain for once. And Kurudo then started shouting, you idiots, have you forgotten the words she spoke? She said she would not fall in love with a man weaker than she is. In other words, she will fall in love with someone stronger. And there's no way she could beat Kitano, which means. So now they are trying to understand this situation and now they are thinking that Kitano is obviously gonna beat down Ryoko. So that's why Ryoko gonna fall in love with Kitano. So they started talking out loud. Wow, so if she and Kitano get together, they will be the strongest couple in the world. Hekaku will have nothing to fear. Now Kuroda was thinking, wait a minute, what about me? What about me, my feelings of torrid passion for this girl? So they just said, that's too bad. Why don't you leave this to Kitano? Then back to Kitano's situation. Ryoko was still trying to fight Kitano. Now take your stance. No more silly tricks from now on. A true battle between martial artists. Round 2 begins. Well, Kitano again, still shocked and all that. Why, what she's saying, why all this happening? Ryuko was thinking, so no stance. He thinks he can stave off the Kyuso school attack that way. She tried to go on Kitano and somebody said wait, so they both stopped over there. Then a shadow appears saying, I could not use my full power because I don't want to hurt you, but I cannot stand by and watch you be hurt by others. If you will be defeated by someone else, then I'll defeat you first. But Ryoko completely ignored Kurudo. And she said, let's go, Kitano. Don't you think you can beat me with no stance? And Kurudo was saying, hey, don't leave me alone here. So he went to Ryoko saying, fight with me again, girl. Now I'll really do it seriously. Ryoko looked back and gave him a punch, knocked him down again. So Kurudo's gang members are looking at him. Oh, there's her backhand elbow attack to start her combo. Kurudo was already knocked down, so his friends came to him. Kurudo-san, are you okay? She's back again at Kitano. I thought we were finally one-on-one, but there were other interruptions. The day is over, but next time I will settle this once and for all. So remember that. And she said that and left. So Ryuko tried to fight Kitano, but first this Katayama guy, then Kurudo, all these things were coming between them. So that's why Ryuko left their match to some other day. And this is the end of chapter 10.